Hello, everybody! Big artists, little artists, artist lovers, or anything else. My name is Isabel, and I love drawing things that I'm obsessed with in any kind of form. So, today I'm inserting myself into 5 of my favorite pieces of media. Some of these are my current obsessions, and others are ones from the past, but each one holds a special place in my heart. Alright, first up, we've got a current obsession. I'm drawing my very own Spider-Sona. Over the last couple years, I've gotten really into the Spider-Man universe, Andrew Garfield being my favorite. And then recently, I watched the Spider-Verse movies, which are amazing. So of course, I have to draw myself as if I was the Spider-Man of this world. In case you're unfamiliar, the Spider-Verse films consist of 2 movies, with one yet to come out, about a concept where there are thousands of universes, all with similarities that tie them together. Like there are thousands of versions of yourself who are different from you. Every universe has its own Spider-Man. Miles Morales is the main character of these movies, a teenager that gets bit even though there was already a Spider-Man in his universe. Then, several other Spider people from other worlds get shot out into his world because of this big collider thingy. Basically, they have to get the Spider people home and also destroy the collider, all while Miles is figuring everything out and trying to find his spider identity. It's a super well done movie, and that's just the first one. I don't want to elaborate too much, and I don't want to talk about what the second movie consists of, because I don't want to spoil anything, so you should totally check those movies out and watch them for yourself. Now, for me as a spider person, I would hope that my webs come from my wrists, because that is just way cooler. Also, I would have to say that Spider-Man is the best superhero. Like, being Spider-Man is probably the most desirable thing to be. Having an epic suit, climbing on walls, and swinging around by your super strong webs? Are you kidding me? Sign me up. My favorite colors at the moment are red and purple, so I decided to go with that color scheme. I also really like the concept of my hair not being tucked away under the mask and looking like some bald loser, but instead having it out and in a braid. This is accurate because whenever I'm doing running activities, I prefer to put my hair in a braid rather than a ponytail because those slowly fall out and then pull a bunch of little hairs on my head. I've seen a lot of people create Spider-Sonas, and there are so many super creative and beautiful designs. This isn't really a new thought, but it's definitely a fun challenge. I would totally recommend trying this out if you're ever bored on some random day where you don't have anything to do, because this was actually a lot of fun, and I found myself being able to make something that I was actually happy with, which I haven't been able to do much before. I really need to up my designing game because it's so much fun to create designs and outfits and concepts, but I'm really not the best at it. But in this case, I really liked the way my costume came out, and it's totally something I would wear. Harry Potter is another mega obsession for me, at least at the moment. I know most people are supposed to have their Harry Potter phases at like around the ages from 10 to 12, but guys, I'm just a late bloomer. It's better late than never. Honestly, this one was kinda lame because I didn't really even design anything. It's just me in the typical Hogwarts garb. I took the official Sorting Hat quiz to find out where I fit, and I'm pretty sure it was as equal between all 4 houses as was possible. I think I was like 2% higher in Gryffindor, so I'm taking that and running with it. Guys, I'm at Hogwarts and I'm Divergent. Wink, wink. Oh, Divergent! I forgot, that was a big part of my early teenage years. I totally forgot about that when brainstorming things to insert myself in. Darn, maybe I need to make a part 2. I also designed a wand for myself. That's a super creative design, except not at all. It is the wand I would want though, it's just lame. I would wear the big and flowy robes all the time and have a scarf on 24/7 because I really love the way the scarves look, and I already own 2 Gryffindor ones at the moment, but I want to get one for each house at some point. I would be a character on the sidelines, not doing much else but discovering and learning new spells. Is that not the coolest concept though? Practicing spells and getting to the point where you can basically do anything? Also, riding on a broomstick sounds fantastic, and I would be doing that all day long as well. Sigh. to go to Hogwarts and be an aspiring student with big dreams, only for Harry to come and ruin it all with his shenanigans. Mario has been a big part of my childhood since I was really little, probably around 8 years old, I would say. I still remember the summer evening when my dad first set up the Wii U in our basement and showed me Mario Kart. It was the only game we had for it at the time, and let me tell you, it was magical. What I would do to have that rush again. Each course we unlocked was new and exciting, and we went through the process of unlocking each character, and those memories still give me the warm fuzzies. Also, the Wii U version of the game doesn't have the bonus courses unlocked, and you'd have to pay for them if you wanted them. When we were younger, clicking on the options for payment was like a taboo thing, like, no, you're gonna accidentally spend all Dad's money! So we never looked into it until recently when we remembered, only to discover that Nintendo stopped all action on the Wii U eShop, I think in 2023. Are you kidding me? Those extra courses will now never be unlocked, and I just think that's the most stupid thing ever. If you're gonna cancel all purchases, then just give it to us for free, you greedy pigs. I have major beef with Nintendo. It's a love-hate relationship. Later on, we got Mario Bros. And Mario 3D World. Mario 3D World is a great game that I think wasn't as popular as a lot of the others, but it was really well done. The best plot twist of my whole entire life was when we defeated Bowser and all the levels, and then we unlocked a whole Star World. And then Rosalina became my new constant, and I always played as her from that moment onward. Anyways, if I was in the Mario universe, I would be another princess. Like I said, I love Rosalina, so I think I leaned towards making the design look like her, but I tried my hardest to keep it as different as possible. I know that you can get ice powers in the game, but I still ultimately decided to make my princess self in an ice world. Similar to Rosalina, you would find me at some point in gameplay, and then I would begin traveling with the gang. I also designed a sports version of myself, even though we never had the athletic games with the characters, only the Wii U Sports, which use your personal Miis. I really like the long lace sleeves that I put in the design, and I think this princess embodies me while also fitting in with the others. Next is Lord of the Rings. If you asked my dad, he would tell you that the Lord of the Rings is the best fiction to ever exist. I'm not entirely sure that I would agree. Don't tell him I said that. I might have to say that Zelda is better. The only reason I'm not inserting myself into the Zelda universe is because I already made a whole video about that about a year ago. I don't know, Zelda is more vague, so Lord of the Rings might be better, but I like Zelda more, if that makes sense. I still love Lord of the Rings, guys, that's why it's in the video. If I was in this universe, I'd probably still be a human, but that's boring. I'd much rather be an elf. So that's how I'm drawing myself here. The elves in these movies are so majestic and ethereal that I just can't even. They're so graceful too. I'm not sure they'd even let me live with them. I'm too loud. Like I've said, I've been in love with the color red lately, so that would be my main dress. Obviously, I wouldn't only have one dress, but I ain't designing a whole wardrobe today, folks. No way, probably not ever. I took a lot of inspo from Arwen, who is just so beautiful. I love all her outfits throughout the whole series. In all of these designs, my hair is about 3 times longer than in real life. But if I was in a fictional world, I would be blessed with super thick, fast-growing hair. And I know that for a fact, so you can't come for me. Once again, I put in some lace sleeves. I thought that tied the dress together and gave it some whimsy. I would want a simple but elegant crown, and I really like the one I came up with. I made the pointy ears way more pronounced than they are in the movies. But just sue me, whatever, I don't care. I like my long ears. But I mean, we should really appreciate the world building in Lord of the Rings. I aspire to have that creativity and depth in my stories. Each civilization has its own personality and nothing feels underdeveloped. They really don't make media like they used to, man. Oh, also, I forgot. If I was in Lord of the Rings, then I would be shoving Arwen out of the way and taking Aragorn for myself. Ha 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 ha. I'm just kidding. I love Arwen and Aragorn together, but seriously, sometimes I just watch the movies to watch him. He's so attractive, it's not even funny. But don't tell anyone I said that. Can we take a moment to appreciate the rendering for this one? Wow, it's so beautiful. I don't know why I tried so hard for this one. I got in the artsy feels and just worked at it forever, almost twice as long as the other ones. Finally, we have The Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. I'm not really into this anymore. I started watching it with my cousin when I was around 8. I'm always 8 apparently. And I got so obsessed with it. After that, it was kind of an on and off phase, you know. I like it one year, I don't like it the next. I watch a whole season, I forget about it for a few years. The last one that I had was a couple years ago, I think. The concept of the show was really cool, but as other people have said, they're totally dragging it to keep making more money, and that stuff just annoys me. Wouldn't you rather have a quality show that you're proud of? I guess not. The show Miraculous is about teenagers who get mysterious jewelry that produces a little creature called a Kwami, who can then turn you into a superhero. Sorry, that was kind of confusing. Basically, the two main characters were Ladybug and Cat Noir, and their job was to defeat the villains that Hawkmoth, the main villain, created. Hawkmoth wants both Ladybug and Cat Noir's jewelry for an initially unknown reason, but they can't give them to him for some reason, I guess, because he's evil. The show kind of flew off the rails, which is why I don't really care much anymore, but I still hold it dear because I did love it for so long. For these self-inserts, I needed to pretend that the whole universe existed, and I was added into it, not replacing someone who already existed. So, I wanted to create a new Kwami for myself. I decided on a butterfly. That's new, there's no butterfly Kwami already. I'm so stupid. Hawkmoth literally uses the butterfly Miraculous, and I just forgot that it wasn't a moth. The name is deceiving, so I'm sorry. I only realized this after designing the whole thing, and I'm not going back. This is a different kind of butterfly, so it's valid, okay? If there's like already a cat and a tiger, and that's basically the same thing. I wanted to have retractable wings, I thought that was cool, and then my one-time use power would be pollen that puts people to sleep. Yes, I was tired, yes, I came up with that at the very end. Also, I forgot to name myself, but I decided on Lady Lapis just now. It sounds so stupid. I cannot for the life of me come up with cool names, so it's fine, whatever. I really like the design. It's got this iridescent shine to it, which reminds me of a butterfly's wing, and I'd be down to be an epic superhero if I had this swag. Right then, that's the end. Thanks for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll come back whenever I make another one. If you want to know whenever that is, and encourage me to make it faster, then please subscribe. Okay, see you later, bye!